Hey everybody, it is Patrick 1969. I'm back and we're taking a look at the Robot Damashii or Robot Spirits number 294 MS-06JC Zaku 2 ground type. Whew, of course, version anime. God, yeah, that's a long title. Anyways, this Zaku 2 is associated with the 08th MS team. It is a ground type of our beloved Zaku 2, and you know I love me my Zaku 2s, so I had to get more than one. I have my first three already, sitting around, and so I just wanted to show you guys this figure and tell you whether or not it's a must-have. So taking a look at the front of the box, we can see some nice artwork, a small little window showing off the Zaku 2, kind of different. Seems like they're getting smaller in terms of those windows for the figure, but whatever. Taking a look on the side of the box, we see the Zaku 2 standing up nice and tall, and then on the back we see many different poses, many of the different accessories of the Zaku 2, including, but not limited to, that spiked shield, and then we got some articulation, and then on the opposite side right here we can see all the parts that come along with the Zaku 2 figure. And then yes, if you have some accessories from different figures, namely effect parts, you can throw it on this bad boy, no problem. Anyways, let's take a look at the figure now by opening up the box. And so here it is, slowly coming around so the camera can see it. The Zaku 2 ground type in a nice camo colored dark green. I'm really digging it. There's no real differences between this Zaku and what we've had in the past, except for you got those three prongs on the shield, and you got some parts kind of covered up that, little thrusters on the bottom of the legs and stuff like that. We don't have that anymore because this is ground type. We don't need them. But yes, very cool figure. I like it a lot already so far. But let's go ahead and look at the accessories to get those out of the way, or at least most of them. Here we're going to start with the hands. Now, obviously on the figure, you're going to have the melee clenched holding hands, the fists. Those are always on there. And then you get 4 extra sets. You have 2 open hands, like so, and then 2 trigger finger holding hands. 1 set to hold the machine gun, 1 set to hold the bazooka, obviously. And speaking of which, let's look at those. So you get kind of updated versions of the machine gun and bazooka. No big differences here with the machine gun, except the stabilizing handle, I guess you could say, is more rounded, and then the clip is kind of further off to the side. Nice paint on the, there it is, on the front, silver lens. And of course, if you have the machine gun attachment effect part, you can stick that on there. And then looking at the bazooka, it's updated slightly, more moving, rotating parts. Now before, we used to have a bazooka with phantom ammo source, looking kind of weird but still pretty cool. But now they decided to add a clip, put it on top, and they put a little detail into the clip too, so you can see a little missile or rocket or whatever that's inside there, and placing that inside the bazooka. It's a little loose, not too secure, but it'll work. It's not like it's going to be upside down or anything like that all that much. Still on the weapons, you get, of course, your deactivated version of the Heat Hawk and your active version of the Heat Hawk. This one has a little tab you can stick onto the Zaku's skirt armor. This one doesn't, but that's okay. Now, I really like the Heat Hawk as a melee weapon, but I don't like how big it is. It's just kind of too big for me and too tall. Anyways, moving on. Effect parts. We obviously have to get some effect parts with the Zaku 2. It's crazy. Why wouldn't we? 2 thruster effect parts. That's all you're going to get, but it's still appreciated. And then last but not least, we have excuse me, 3 weapon clips to place onto the figure, so you can place your weapons anywhere. Starting off, this one's for the machine gun. You can place the machine gun and the clip onto the back skirt of the Zaku 2's armor. Then we have, which one's this one in my hand? Oh, I believe this one is just for the bazooka itself, again onto the back skirt armor. And then this last one here is for the bazooka as well. You place this onto the backpack of the Zaku 2, and everything is pretty much the basics of what you would get with this figure. There's nothing out of the ordinary, and that might be a minus for me in determining whether or not this is hit or miss. You know, I almost forgot one last accessory, and that is a shield flat piece replacement for this 3-prong thing going on. Now you can go ahead and easily detach it like so. It doesn't want to get stuck or anything like that, and then you can replace it. It's kind of tricky because sometimes you might have to turn it around and there we go. You hear that nice little snap. Now you have a flat shield Zaku 2. But I mean, if that's all we're gonna get for this figure, I guess it's cool. Maybe not. I don't know. What do you guys think? But yes, here is the array of Zaku 2s we've gotten from the version anime line. And yeah, they all look pretty good. They all look like they are around the same height. Maybe this one's a little bit taller. Yeah, this one's taller. Way shorter on this one here. Yeah, they look awesome. I don't really want to go over the crazy amount of articulation that this figure has. Just so you know, if you've gotten the figures from the past of the Zaku from the version anime line, then it's basically the same. There's no big difference. Aesthetically, though, there are some slight tweakings that this figure has over the very first one we've ever gotten, namely in the hands and in the head, a lot smaller and a lot skinnier, and maybe some different sculpting choices, as in the forearms. You can see some lines, some dots there, and then in the back of the legs, some more panels and whatnot. Yeah, it's basically just the same old, but it's still a nice figure. Half this review, I've had the shield little nodes on backwards. Sorry. Alright everybody, let's be honest. This figure is a bit of a letdown. Now for those of you that are robot Damashii enthusiasts, you know, major collectors like me, you know for this price point that this figure comes out, there should have been way more accessories other than a couple of weapons. Just, you know, getting a machine gun and a bazooka and a heat hawk is just not going to cut it. This is a ground type from one of the best Gundam animes we ever saw. Oh wait, MS team, we should have gotten a cannon. We should have gotten some grenades or landmines or something. Anything. Hell, we should have gotten some decals or stickers with this thing to make units, different units or something. The most we're getting is what? An accessory from a pack that makes this guy have one missing arm. I mean, that's a bit of a disappointment. But Bandai's been doing this for a while now. They've been raising that price and then kind of letting us down in terms of what we get overall. And I'm really hoping that's not going to be the case for a couple of other figures that are coming out soon, namely the GUF Custom. But then again, that bar has been set pretty low. So, I mean, you know, you can only go up, right? That being said, I got to be honest, don't buy this figure. It's not that great. If your collection is, you know, having to buy every single figure, fine, go for it. But I wouldn't spend, you know, a lot of money on this guy, you know, buying in bulk to build up an army. It's just not worth it for the accessories you get. You got a much better figure in the Zaku 2 we received from Stardust Memory, and even better the Zaku 2 we received from War in the Pocket. You know, this guy just doesn't do it for me. If you haven't received any other Zaku 2 from the line, from the Gundam Robot Damashii line, then hey, grab one. It's cool. It's your choice. But for this price point, I mean, you could spend that money elsewhere. Get a slightly used version from like A.N.I.M.E or something, and have more accessories. I mean, all you get are hands, some thrusters, and a couple weapons with this guy. So yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta be honest. This guy's a letdown. Man, really makes me sad because I love the Zaku 2. Oh well. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Sorry for the long wait. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I'm working. I worked really hard last year, and you know, just things happen. But I have some free time. I'm not doing the whole overtime thing anymore, which, you know, the family's happy I'm not doing. But anyways, gives me more opportunity to do some more reviews, which more are coming. So again, thanks for watching. Hit like, dislike, leave a comment. Tell me if you like this figure or if you agree or disagree with me. And I'll see you later.